game tonight for Duke. Road blues for the Irish. And immediately a turnover and an interception for Maddy Westbeld. As you check out the starting lineups, Hidalgo, we've told you how good she is. If they get Citron and Westbeld all going, the three of them, they're going to be an awfully tough team to knock out of the NCAA tournament.
They absolutely are. It is a three-headed monster. All of them can score in bunches.
And a good find right there on the drive from Citron to Anna DeWolf, the grad transfer from Fordham, who's developed into a real good shooter.
And when you have a player like Anna DeWolf who can knock down a perimeter shot, perimeter three, it's so important for the Irish. And you can see they're going to mix up their defenses, going zone on the make.
Duke relies heavily on their youngsters. It's a really good freshman class. They have 6 newcomers, including their transfers in. And another turnover here for Duke as you check out the work of DeWolf.
Well, the drive and drift. Bringing multiple defenders, finding open teammates, and Anna DeWolf knocking down a three. She played really well in that double overtime win at Florida State. 24 points. She was 6 of 9 from the three-point line. The question for Notre Dame hasn't been about their weapons. It's been, can they all get going on the same night?
Yep. Good enough to beat Tech. Also good enough to beat UConn, I should say. Good enough to beat Florida State. That UConn win on the road. They have everything in front of them, by the way, because they play Virginia Tech and Louisville at home in South Bend to close out the regular season, and the Duke defense right there forcing the takeaway. A good look at Niele Ivey. Last year's ACC Coach of the Year. They won the regular season championship, taking it away from Duke the last day of the regular season when the Blue Devils got upset by North Carolina. And they are really struggling to take care of the ball right here. 3 turnovers already for Duke.
And this has been the Achilles heel of this Duke team, taking care of the basketball. We know they're solid on the defensive end of the floor. They are continuing to improve on the offensive end, but giving yourself opportunities by taking care of the basketball.
3 possessions without a shot for the Blue Devils. Citron pulls up mid-range. And that's an over and back violation. Hidalgo able to run it down and then took it into the backcourt.
I think Gina Cross heard you up here.
I think they were surprised that she ran it back, and it took a minute to blow that whistle. Gina, along with Jules Gallion and Katie Lukanich, are officials tonight. And they work it around to get up a shot on this possession. They will. Corner 3 is good. Reigan Richardson, the junior out of Charlotte.
It's going to be important for Duke against that 2-3 zone to not be content with just passing the ball around the perimeter. You can get the ball into the paint, whether it's penetration, penetrating passes, force the zone to shift. But that was a big shot by Richardson.
Off the bounce, and Watson dragged that pivot. So they too with 3 early turnovers.
Making the extra pass. Kara Lawson talked to us today about ball movement going to be paramount. Move the ball, share the ball. Reigan Richardson knocking down the corner 3.
See if the offenses can settle in a little bit and take good care of the ball.
Yeah, I like that flex action against the zone. And if that's a clean catch, Kennedy Brown has a perfect seal. Duke just having trouble right now. At least, fortunately, if you're Kara Lawson, they're dead ball turnovers and not live ball turnovers. But this is a team who is 10th in the league in scoring, so it's important for them to give themselves opportunity on the offensive end.
And it's not something you usually see this late in the season. For a couple of clubs making a push. The Irish a projected 5 seed, Duke a projected 8 seed. Charlie Cream says they can go up to a 7 if they win tonight. They would love to get out of that 8-9 seed area so they can avoid a #1 seed in the second round.
That's a great rotation by Kylie Watson.
Hidalgo still has not gotten off a shot yet tonight. Nice weave inside, swatted, kept in play. Good job by the Duke D. They'll push and run it out with Donovan for the lay-in.
the athleticism of Jayden Donovan to get the block on one end and the rim run on the other.
Looking to get Westbeld a touch. Buries the defender in the lane, then spins away and hits. Hey, I would like to welcome those of you watching the gymnastics inside Cameron Indoor Stadium for Duke and Notre Dame. Pivotal matchup in the ACC. These two are part of 8 different teams that are still within striking distance of a regular season championship. Right now, Virginia Tech is on top. Beth Mowins along with Stephanie White. Big game for the Irish, who start out the day on the host bubble as a projected 5 seed. You got to be 4 or better to stay home for the first and second round as Maddy Westbeld strikes.
I like getting Maddy Westbeld touches. She can use her size and her physicality against Jayden Donovan, that time in transition, recognizing the mismatch and going to work.
Off the ball fake, and another knockdown 3. Taina Mayer. Transfer from Boston College.
And Notre Dame likes to run this split screen action with the ball in that high post area, and Hannah Hidalgo not able to convert.
He has missed her first 2 shots, tries to harass defensively.
Started the last ball game against NC State, 0 for 9 in the first half. So struggling to score the basketball and shoot the basketball well in the last 2.
8-7. Duke with the lead over Notre Dame. 4:02 to go here in the first from Cameron Indoor. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
We've got a rematch of the ACC Tournament Championship game here in Louisville inside the KFC Yum Center, and it is a top
Did you say Gap?
He's talking about the expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
But with Aflac, you can get money to help close that gap.
Aflac, huh?
Aflac. Gap. Aflac. Gap.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover at
Aflac.com.
Give a girl a power tool.
And she'll gain the confidence to create.
The strength to go against the grain.
Before you know it, she'll have worked her way up to joiners and jigsaws.
Because when you give a girl a power tool, she becomes
an even more powerful woman.
Want to know how I get this glow? I get ready with new Olay Indulgent Moisture Body Wash. It smells amazing and gives my skin over-the-top moisture. From dull to visibly glowing in 14 days.
The model has silky skin.
See the difference with Olay.
P&G.
Introducing the most powerful Tacoma ever. With the Shut the Front Door handle. Also known as the Seriously Wrong handle. Or the Whoa, 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 Whoa handle. And even the No Me Gusta handle. Standard on the all-new Toyota Tacoma.
It's a weekend full of all-stars on ABC.
These are the nights that players remember.
Good luck dealing with this team when they get repetition and right.
Saturday primetime at 8:30. and a Sunday Showcase doubleheader at 1 on ABC. Home of the NBA Finals.
Back here at Cameron Indoor, check out the ACC standings. There's your top 8, all still in the chase. Virginia Tech on the top there at 13-2. As we welcome you back inside, Beth Mowens along with Stephanie White and Hannah Hidalgo, the star freshman for the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, trying to hook them up with a big road win tonight.
Yeah, she certainly is, and Hannah Hidalgo has struggled from the floor over the last couple of ball games, has yet to get going here tonight, but the Irish lean heavily on her on both ends of the floor.
Just some crazy numbers at 24 points a game. She also averaged 5 assists. And on 5 different occasions, she has also averaged 5 steals and 5 rebounds in those games. So doing it all.
She's top 20 in the ACC in a number of statistical categories. I mean, she is dominating.
Picked off there by Duke, and Hidalgo will commit the foul. That is her first. And a couple of turnovers already for Hannah.
This is what Duke does. They lock down on the defensive end of the floor. That's a great job with the outside hand by Richardson, getting out in transition.
Reigan Richardson knocks down the first. Big opportunities ahead for Duke as well. 4 of their last 6 games against ranked teams. They still have Syracuse and NC State, a couple of teams above them in the standings, and North Carolina, of course, as well to close it out. Here's Citron. Back to Westbeld along with Hidalgo. Those are their big 3. She steps through, misses off the window. Lucia Kanoa with the push. Another one of their promising freshmen. They find Richardson for the open look, and she knocks down her second triple.
Hey, this is a Duke Blue Devil team that is continuing to find themselves on the offensive end of the floor. And when they start to knock down threes consistently, they are dangerous. 8-0 run right now for the Blue Devils.
Citron comes up short. Good hustle to keep it alive. Marshall and the knockdown. There's Hidalgo. Doing it right in front of the Duke bench, and Kara Lawson immediately turns around to her team and says, that's number 3. We can't let her get that look. Richardson, meanwhile, gets another opportunity. The scramble for the loose ball. Bodies on the deck. And a terrific find by Akanawa to get Delaney Thomas. That is freshman to freshman.
The ball is moving so well for the Blue Devils on the offensive end of the floor. The Irish are in scramble mode. You can't come up with those rebounds when you're scrambling and in rotation.
Back on top, Citron will reset. 5 on the shot clock. Defender goes under the screen, and Sonia says thank you very much. 36% on the year. Missed 9 games due to a knee injury. So the selection committee will certainly take that into consideration. Offensive rebound, blocked. Scramble, Hidalgo comes out with it. Looking to go coast to coast, and 1.
How fast was Hannah Hidalgo? She just split 2 defenders in transition and got to the cup. I mean, she goes right between Richardson and Mayer and just body, takes the contact, able to finish. This is where she's so good. Her body control, her poise, her understanding of where she is around the rim, and the ability to finish with contact.
Just 5'6", but she can hang. Out of Haddonfield, New Jersey, she was the USA Basketball Female Athlete of the Year. Number 5 recruit coming out of high school. And she has shined, really. She and, of course, Juju Watkins out at USC have really set themselves apart a bit from the rest of the rookies. There's a chance that both could be first-team All-Americans. That has never happened before for 2 freshmen to do it. And there's another turnover on the travel from Malucci. That's 6 already in the quarter with 1:06 to go.
And this has been a problem for Kara Lawson's team. Turnovers, taking care of the ball. The margin for error for them is so small as they continue their positive progress on the offensive end. Getting and maximizing possessions is so important.
AK Bransford now into the game, drops it off from Marshall, and a foul going to be called on Kennedy Brown. That's her first. Duke thought she went straight up.
This is a really good look from KK Bransford, and it looked like, but you can see from our angle right here, Kennedy Brown just comes down, gets the arm of Nat Marshall.
69% free throw shooter. They have played through a ton of injuries. Of course, Olivia Miles has not played at all this year. Emma Resch, expected to have a big impact out of high school, suffered a hip injury. Still not sure when Cass Prosper may or may not be able to return from her leg injury. All were expected to make major contributions.
And you mentioned Sonia Citron missing those 9 games with the knee injury. It's a team that hasn't been able to consistently find and keep a rhythm.
Jackson gets to the left side. And a whistle and a foul on the box out going to be called on Citron, trying to keep Brown away.
This is the tough thing when you're playing in the zone, just finding a way to box out. You can see Citron getting tied up, her arm hooking Kennedy Brown. But Neil Ivey, talking to us in shoot-around today, said we've got to be consistent on the defensive end of the floor and rebounding the basketball, and it's collective team defense. They're undersized at most positions, being disciplined to the box out and finishing plays.
Number 10 on the shot clock. Let me touch inside, Emsbo, no. Chance here for the Irish to get a buzzer beater. And Citron traveled. Heck of a job by Jackson to get right up in her mug. Waiting for her when she turned. 4.6 for Duke to play with. Countdown from the crowd, and Jackson comes up short. Irish finish out on a 6-0 run to end that. I said, you know, I'm a paid professional here, but if you want to embellish, you can.
Of course I do, yes. Big time. Debbie Antonelli has been a leader in women's basketball coverage her entire career.
Congrats. Here's Hidalgo finding DeWolf, the trail 3. Blue Devils assisted on all 5 of their baskets, but that's the problem. Only 5 baskets, plagued by the turnovers, and they've missed their last 5 shots.
I like the Irish continue to change up their defense. Duke got a beat, got some rhythm against the zone, now showing man. Going to play off of Jayden Donovan, force her to make plays around the defenders.
Shot clock winding down. Good defense from Westbeld. Maybe even gotten a piece of that. Hidalgo. Oh, they forgot about her. Lost her in transition. O'Connell with the rebound.
I love watching Alicia O'Connell. Her energy that she brings. Leads this team in rebounding off the bench. She changes the dynamics of how they play.
There she is off the bounce, and she traveled with it. Hey, our SEC Big 12 Super Tuesday doubleheader starts in College Station. Got Arkansas and A&M, followed by Baylor, BYU. Both games on ESPN and the app tomorrow night. Big week coming up, too, in women's hoops. Thursday, late night, Pac-12 After Dark, Utah at UCLA. And then next Sunday, College Game Day will be at Virginia Tech. I believe it's senior day for Elizabeth Kitley.
And I believe Georgia Lindner is going to go through senior day.
Yeah. Here's something that's going to be fun to watch down the stretch. Who's your ACC Player of the Year? Is it best player on the best team? Is it Hidalgo right now? You know, a freshman has never won Player of the Year in the ACC.
And she has as good a chance as any. Of course, Elizabeth Kitley putting up great numbers as well, but what Hannah Hidalgo has been able to do, carrying a heavy load as a young player, leading the ACC in scoring and steals, second in assists, from a perimeter position, 6th in field goal percentage.
If you like scoring, Deja Fair is another name to watch at Syracuse. Oh, nice. Off the miss, the takeaway by Mayer for the lane.
Well, transition defense is critical for the Irish because Duke does such a good job of rebounding and pushing. Duke does so much switching on the defensive end of the floor, and there's Jayden Donovan using her length, her athleticism to get in the passing lane.
Both defenses have been making it so hard for the offenses to find any rhythm here in the first half. There's a wide open lane inside, and then a block by Brown.
This is a really good job. The back cut by Reigan Richardson, the spacing perfect. Duke has hit a couple of threes, so you got to get out on the three-point shooters, and then Mayer, the extra effort, multiple possessions.
Citron steps back and hits. That's their first field goal of the quarter after missing 5 in a row.
I think Sonia Citron has to hunt more shots. You know, she is a capable scorer at all 3 levels. She's a terrific three-point shooter. I think she's got to get more opportunities on the offensive end.
Honorable mention All-American last year. Mid-range, short. Brown able to tip it to Donovan.
That's a great play by Kennedy Brown. And again, you get the rotation in the zone. It opens up offensive rebounding opportunities. That's really good action right there. We saw Notre Dame working on this high-low and shoot-around today.
That's going to be on Mayer, and that will be her second. And she will come out. Economo back in.
Well, just the rotation in the zone. Kylie Watson's the middle. She has to go out to contest the shot, which leaves a little on the backside. And what a heads-up play by Kennedy Brown to tip it to her teammate.
Hidalgo takes the bump. And we'll head back to the free throw line. Already 158 free throw attempts on the season.
Well, she's so good at just getting by you on those straight line drives. She's efficient in her angles. She understands how to get into defenders to create contact. No, you see so many times guards want to go around in that sort of banana cut action when they're going around defenders instead of going right off the hip. And Hannah Hidalgo is so good at that.
Well, Niele Ivey loves the way she plays fearless. We knew something was coming when she dropped 31 on South Carolina in Paris to open up the season. And then put on a show at UConn in the Irish upset of the Huskies. What was it, 34 in that game. At her best in the big moments. And Brown, we talked about the difference she can make at 6'6" on defense. She's doing it on offense, too.
She sure is. And, you know, if you're the Irish, you've got to talk about this zone right now because Duke getting anything they want on the interior, knocking down threes on the outside.
Citron uses the screen. Good help. And a turnover. Boy, the double was coming from all over the place for Duke.
They force you to play fast. They get you sped up. Their length, their speed, their athleticism, their ability to switch at multiple positions. They're able to make up for defensive mistakes by being there quickly.
The advantage in the paint right now is 12-2 for Duke. A 3-point lead, 5 minutes to go in the first half.
And you see the middle of the paint is wide open. And if you can punch it in there, whether it's a pass or whether it's a drive, punch it in, find the next pass. Right there it is. Oh, mister.
Got a jack. And I don't think they got it up in time. No. Ooh, this could be a big break here for Duke. It didn't look like that shot got up in time. They keep possession underneath. We'll take a timeout, 4:37 to go in a one-possession game in Cameron.
The Home Depot, committed to filling the trades gap.
Get 0.9% APR on this Buick Envision. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get $3,500 purchase allowance, plus no monthly payments for 90 days.
There's nothing better than a Subway Series footlong, except when you add on an all-new footlong sidekick. We're talking a $2 footlong churro, $3 footlong pretzel, and a $5 footlong cookie. Every epic footlong deserves a perfect sidekick. Order one with your favorite Subway Series sub today.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin night and day. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. But now I have Rinvoq. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some Rinvoq patients felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days. Some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. And many taking Rinvoq saw clear or almost clear skin.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections and blood clots, some fatal. Cancers, including lymphoma and skin. Heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occurred. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Help heal your painful skin. Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your doctor about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
A can't-miss ACC rematch. Elizabeth Kitley and the Hokies host the Tar Heels for a highly anticipated showdown. Sunday at 2 p.m. on ACC Network.
Rebecca Lobo, Kelsey Riggs going to be with you coming up on this halftime report. Another UConn win, another milestone for Gino Auriemma. We'll get into that. Plus, we're talking some phenomenal freshmen. We're seeing one of them right now, but it's Duke's defense that's really been standing.
They've just been stellar. They're preventing Notre Dame from getting anything in the paint. Notre Dame only has 2 paint points so far in this game, and that was on a Hidalgo breakaway when she got the and one. Just stellar defense, which is what we've come to expect from Duke.
Year after year, they keep bringing it. A 3-point lead for them. We've got much more coming your way, guys, at the half.
Looking forward to that. Thank you, ladies. Just one basket in the last 6:50 and a couple of breaks here. Look at that. There's a double dribble and then a shot clock violation. Both were missed. Possession Duke.
Oh, great hands.
And Hidalgo gets the steal. And look at her cross in front of the defender to take away the block opportunity.
And those are the little things, right? Those little details that separate. Hannah Hidalgo understands the defense is going to pursue. She cuts across, gets him behind.
Brown. No. Citron's able to tip it to herself. Hidalgo on the leak. And a foul. That'll be on Reigan Richardson, her first.
This is what Hannah Hidalgo does. Leads the nation in steals, quick hands, and she's able to explode out. But there's little detail going in front of the defender to create a little bit of space. I mean, those are high IQ plays. That is someone who studies the game, who understands angles, understands the details and nuances of what it takes to gain an advantage.
This is where she can really wear you down. She's already 4 of 4 at the free throw line. She averages about 35 minutes per game, so she's rarely off the floor for the Irish. It's a short bench.
And those are not easy minutes because she's the one who's hawking the ball 94 feet defensively. She's handling the ball with pressure most of the time on the offensive end.
Offensive rebound, Delaney Thomas and a foul.
Duke is just doing such a good job on the offensive glass. Delaney Thomas doesn't have the position, but is able to use her lower body to just get a little bit of an advantage.
7 offensive rebounds. Two of the top teams in the Pac-12 highlight our ESPN women's basketball Thursday primetime matchup. Charisma Osborne and UCLA hosting Alyssa Peely and Utah coming your way at Pauley Pavilion. Coverage begins at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific. Another fun watch for Player of the Year honors out in the Pac-12. Will Juju be able to win it, or will it go to maybe Cameron Brink? Alyssa Peely, another returning All-American, and Osborne having a fabulous year at UCLA. Connell just picked up her second. Boy, the conference tournament stuff are going to be out of this world.
They are going to be so much fun.
So competitive.
Dude, in the Pac-12, night in and night out, you never know what is going to happen. Scott Ruick has the Oregon State Beavers on an ascension, doing an outstanding job.
Though we've already had to throw out the committee's first review.
Yes, we have.
Four teams in the top 16 have already lost. And Charlie Cream has shuffled some things around, and Indiana then losing tonight to Illinois in a bad way. But South Carolina, Stanford, Ohio State, and Iowa now he thinks sit on the top line. With a possibility that Iowa, NC State, UConn, and LSU would all be in the same region. I don't know if that's going to happen. But
that's what's going to happen for the Irish to get some easy paint point buckets. You got to force Kennedy Brown, bring her to help side so that you can drop off. Because scoring one-on-one over the bigs for the Blue Devils is not going to happen. But you see the rotation. KK Bransford draws 2 defenders. Great execution, nice drop pass, and that's a tough finish by Watson.
Final 3 minutes of the first half. Big for Duke, trying to stay away from the 8-9 line in the NCAA tournament. Big for Notre Dame because they are on the host bubble. As a 5 seed projected, they'd like to be a 4 or higher. And Brown continues to have her way in the paint.
I'll give the Duke guards a lot of credit. They're doing a great job of finding the seams in the zone. They're forcing the rotations, making the right plays. And Kara Lawson told us we need our bigs to be scorers for us. Kennedy Brown's got to knock down some buckets.
Another steal with a hand in the passing lane. And the finish at the other end for Emma Cable. Her first bucket. Played in all of 4 games last year. Bigger role this year off the bench for the Blue Devils. Westbeld, 15-footer, well short. Steps away from the bucket. Weak side crash for Jackson.
Blue Devils are owning the glass right now.
Richardson, 3, airs it. Yeah, 8 boards for Duke, twice as many as Notre Dame has.
Well, every player in a blue jersey is just turning and looking at the rim when a shot goes up. There's no effort to box out. This is really good defense. Again, the outside hand, Emma Cable getting in the passing lane, scoring the bucket in transition. Duke just making life difficult offensively for the Irish, and then the drive, the draw, the drop, and Kennedy Brown with another 2.
That was up 3, 1:08 to go in the half.
See the switch, being disruptive.
Whistle and a foul. I hope that's not on Donovan. That looked like a clean block up top. They're going to get Cable underneath.
The switch makes it tough. This is a good cut by Westbeld. And we can't see it from our angle, but Emma Cable must have had her hand in the pocket right there.
5th team foul on Duke, so free throws from Notre Dame. First trip for someone other than Hidalgo tonight. Six now for Westbeld, along with her 5 rebounds. Duke has assisted on 9 of their 11 baskets so far in the half. Knocked loose there. Turnovers have been the story in the first half for both sides. Citron. Both teams have now dipped below 40% shooting.
Looked like a miscommunication defensively. DeWolf icing the screen. Nobody there to take the offensive player.
Richardson now with a dozen to lead all scorers in the first half. Hidalgo's got 11 for the Irish. Here is Hannah. The Wolf finds some space. No. Good if it goes. Good finish in this second quarter for Duke. 30-27. The lead at the break. Hannah Hidalgo looking to hold court at home against 19th ranked Notre Dame. Irish come in with a net of number 14, so this would be huge for the Blue Devils if they can get it, as Hannah Hidalgo hits for 3. She now has 14 to lead the Irish.
The Irish going to stay in this 2-3 zone off of their made shots. It's going to be important to contain dribble drives, and that's what the Blue Devils were doing so well in the first half.
Corner, Mayer 3, and the response. She's got 8.
The penetration, when the penetration gets to the second level of the zone, the Blue Devils are getting whatever they want. They started out on the 3-point line early in the ball game, then it went into the paint. Second half starts just the same.
For turnover, they've got numbers. Richardson, offensive foul. Take away the bucket, the charge taken by DeWolf.
Atlanta DeWolf establishes herself before Richardson goes up. She stood in there. I'm not sure I would have taken that one.
Second on Richardson. Citron with 5 points, Westbeld with 6 in that first half. Looking for a couple of players to help out in the scoring column with Hidalgo.
They're trying to score one-on-one over Kennedy Brown isn't going to happen. If you want to take Kennedy Brown to the rim, it's got to be from the perimeter. She's done such a good job of staying vertical, of getting block shots, of being a shot alterer.
Brown. Hidalgo, good dig down. And now it's the Irish with numbers. Hannah will drop it off for Sonia for the lay-in. Notre Dame trying to change the pace a little bit here, beat the defense up the floor. Duke will slow it back down. Brown flashes. Did she come back down with the ball? Richardson, no. And there's Westbeld. The outlet to Hidalgo. Watson again. Brown is there, and a 3-second call on the Irish.
Hannah Hidalgo does such a good job of digging in the post and able to push it in transition. She waits till just the right time. She draws the second defender and gives Sonia Citron a wide open layup.
Brown, nice find, and the wrap underneath for Jayden Donovan.
Great cut by Jayden Donovan. Maddy Westbeld just had no idea, and Donovan got loose. I don't like the Irish in this 2-3 zone. Duke is getting whatever they want.
See if they change things up here in the third. Watson, smaller defender on her, goes to the left hand and rattles it in.
And that's the matchups you have to find. The one-on-one on the block against Kennedy Brown isn't going to cut it. She's too good of a defender. She uses her size on the interior.
Brown flashes again, same exact play. Donovan now with 8. Both sides open up 3 of 4 to start the quarter. Citron, again, a defender gets caught behind. She can't make him pay. Great hustle by the Wolf. And a turnover by Watson.
Right here, Kennedy Brown, she gets multiple defenders. Maddy Westbeld just doesn't see Jayden Donovan behind her. And then same thing in the high post. High post coverage, the middle of the zone has to come up. Donovan gets loose.
Back to that 2-3. Richardson gets a look. Donovan able to keep it alive. Stripped loose, taken away by Notre Dame, and a breakout. Citron in front. Easy deuce. Both sides using their defense to set up their offense. Going to be on Citron. Hey, with the NBA on their All-Star break, we'll have an ACC-SEC Wednesday college doubleheader for you on ESPN. It's Duke and Miami at 7 Eastern, followed by Kentucky and LSU from the Maravich Center at Baton Rouge. That's the doubleheader, ACC-SEC on Wednesday night. Under 5 now in the third, and a pick for Hidalgo. She'll pull up for 3. Donovan the other way with it. And Hidalgo got a boot in the passing lane. Some frustration from Hannah. Couldn't knock down that open look, and we've got a timeout on the floor. 37-36, Duke in front. Hidalgo anxious to get something going against this Duke D.
The all-new Hot Honey Pizza and Wings. It's where sweet meets heat. And the first new flavor to make you say, Pizza what? Dude! Don't miss out. Pizza what?
At Dots, an ordinary pretzel just isn't enough, so they add savory seasoning and tempting buttery flavor into every delicious twist. Now that's enough to make you build an all-pretzel pantry with a biometric security system. Dots, sensationally seasoned pretzels.
Everything in moderation. Except for popcorn. Popcorn doesn't count. Skinny Pop. Enjoy endlessly.
Want
Want to know how I get this glow? I get ready with new Olay Indulgent Moisture Body Wash. It smells amazing and gives my skin over-the-top moisture. From dull to visibly glowing in 14 days.
The model has silky skin.
See the difference with Olay.
P&G.
I feel refreshed because I'm not struggling with CPAP anymore.
She looks great.
I got Inspire. Great sleep at the click of a button.
Did you get implants?
Yeah, I got an implant, Sheila. It's Inspire.
Learn more and view important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
You know, Coach K, retirement looks good on you.
Who needs championships when you can look at birds?
Coach, I'm looking at a goat.
A hospital bill for $1,200?
Gap! Did you say gap?
He's talking about the expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
But with Aflac, you can get money to help close that gap.
Aflac, huh?
Aflac!
Gap! Aflac!
Gap!
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover at Aflac.com.
What is Circle? Circle is the effortless energy that gets you in the zone. With 0 calories and no sugar, turn up the heat on your next workout. Try Circle, now available at Walmart and drinkcircle.com.
Get 0.9% APR on this Buick Envision. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get $3,500 purchase allowance, plus no monthly payments for 90 days.
Let's take a look at tonight's Wooden Watch, presented by Principal.
Well, Hannah Hidalgo has been carrying the Irish on the offensive end of the floor. 14 points, 2 of 5 from 3, getting out in transition, getting herself to the free throw line, and defensively continuing to get it done with 4 steals.
Yeah, shooting a little better the last 3 games. You know, we were wondering if maybe she hit that freshman wall. It was not shooting it as well as she had before, but trying to bounce back tonight. 40%. Got the 4 steals this evening as well. We have had 5 ties and 7 lead changes already in this one. Tight throughout. Duke up a point. Blue Devils with a net ranking of 21. They only have 1 top 25 win on the resume. This would be huge for them. As the ACC race may go right down the wire. Virginia Tech is a game up on Syracuse, but 8 teams have a shot at it as Bransford hits from 10. Mayer swinging around the cable. And Brown stepped on the end line. She thought there should have been a foul.
Well, that hook, both those players between Maddy Westbeld and Kennedy Brown hooking on the elbows. We've seen that a couple of times this game.
Westbeld thought about it, gives it up for Marshall. Hidalgo, good feed inside. Bransford got away from the defense.
I love the action to put Kennedy Brown in the on-ball screen. Bring her out on the perimeter, get around, or find your diving post. That way you're automatically forcing a rotation. You're not allowing the switches to happen.
Mayer, baseline drive, and the pass was on the end line, so back-to-back turnovers.
In the 2-man game right here, you put Kennedy Brown in it defending. Now you get her out of the paint. She doesn't have her size to alter, get around, force a rotation. Now you've got easy shot opportunities. Even if you don't make those shots, they're in scramble mode and you can crash the offensive glass.
Irish are now 6 of 9 in this quarter shooting it. Westbeld forced to pull up and knocks it down. 8 points now for Maddy, and an 8-0 Irish run. It's their biggest lead. Timeout, Duke. Under 3 to go here in third.
I get to love you forever. I'm yours forever. I do. Every kiss begins with K.
The Home Depot, committed to filling the trades gap.
Shoot. Okay, I'll shoot.
What's happening?
But I don't see any hoop.
No, I said that because of, I'm sorry, shoot.
I'll shoot. Where's the hoop?
They don't have one.
Stop saying the S
I didn't know.
They're gonna want the jingle for this.
Okay.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Don't worry. State Farm makes it easy to file a claim on the app for a new car or even that old Pacer.
Someone call for an old Pacer?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
ABC Hockey Saturday is ready to rock. First, Robert Thomas and the Blues face Dylan Larkin and the Red Wings. Then Panarin and the Rangers take on Travis Konechny and the Flyers. An ABC Hockey Saturday doubleheader starting at noon.
You ready for another round, shooter? 1, 2, 3, go!
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Jake from State Farm, everybody.
Who's the tastiest snack in the whole pantry? You.
Pop-Tarts!
Crazy good.
Add more joy to your journey at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get in and get away now before these deals are gone. Get 0% APR or up to $1,500 bonus cash on the Hyundai Tucson. Hurry, offers end 2/29.
My Double Bonus Jack combo gives you double the seasoned beef, double the cheese for $5.99. Let's see that again. Double beef, double cheese for, yeah, $5.99. Huh, good deal.
That is must-see TV.
Give her the ball!
Are you kidding me? And it's a tie game.
He dripped it! I can't believe what I am witnessing.
The streak lives for the win.
Inching ever closer to the start of the ACC tournament, and a very animated Kara Lawson during the timeout.
Well, Kara Lawson challenging her team. The Irish on an 8-0 run, shooting at 7 for 10 from the field in this third quarter, challenging her team to respond on both ends of the floor.
Loss here would almost eliminate them from the chase. Virginia Tech right now on top. They've won 9 in a row. They can actually clinch a share of the ACC crowd with a win Thursday and losses for Syracuse and NC State. Hidalgo on the drive, gets it. 16 now for Hannah.
And what a play by KK Bransford on the defensive end of the floor and to save the possession.
2.5 to go. The Irish now 8 for 11, over 70% shooting here in the third quarter. That zone, trying to cut off the baseline drive. Richardson bothered on the shot. Here comes Bransford. KK will push, cross, pull up, and hit.
Hey, Bransford has been big in this third quarter for the Irish. 6 points to go along with what she's doing from an activity standpoint on the defensive end, and that's a 12-0 Irish run.
Extending the lead to 9. Brown turns it over. Hidalgo 1 on 4. Hannah will wait for the cavalry. Cross, dish, off the drive. And the lead balloons to double figures for Notre Dame.
Keep Kennedy Brown in the two-man action. Continue to attack her in the on-ball screen. Get her out of the paint. Force rotation.
21-7 here in the third. Wow, and the whistle came from underneath the basket on that shot. Third on Citron.
I mean, this is just a great take. You draw a secondary defender. Terrific timing on the pass. Nat Marshall able to convert.
Just the 5th and 6th free throws of the night coming up for the Blue Devils. Neither side has spent much time at the line. Richardson with 13. Duke has struggled to take care of the ball. 8 turnovers, leading to 12 Notre Dame points just in this quarter. Final minute of the third.
Got the mismatch. Missed opportunity right there. Maddy Westbeld had a guard on her.
Bransford off the bounce. Kept alive by Hidalgo. Looked like there was contact on the block attempt there. Off the cross. Can't get the bounce. Bransford with a crash and a held ball call.
Hey, the impact of KK Bransford in this third quarter. She has given the Irish the shot in the arm that they've needed.
Scoreless in the first half. Bransford with 6 points and 3 rebounds here in the third. Points have been at a premium tonight. Final 10 seconds. Westbeld has it. Chance for a buzzer beater. Westbeld checks the clock. Dishes. The Wolf does not get it off in time. They went the wrong way. Had Hidalgo on the right. Duke held scoreless for the last 6.5. The Irish take over.
With those two in the two-man, it's just going to be a switch and a switch back on the rescreen, but that is a heck of a take by Nat Marshall.
6'5" senior out of Queens with the bucket. Citron down to get the strip. Another takeaway for Notre Dame.
The activity level on the defensive end in this zone for Notre Dame has been much better in the second half. Swarming to the ball, getting some deflections that lead to steals.
Hannah Hidalgo able to draw another foul. First on Emspo. Hidalgo at the line tonight is 4 of 5, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Well, next Sunday, the Irish highlight the ACC Network's women's basketball schedule. Notre Dame taking on BC at noon Eastern, then Carolina Tech and NC State at Duke. Don't forget College Game Day next Sunday will be at in Blacksburg. And then you'll be able to get a good look at Virginia Tech taking on North Carolina. The Tar Heels trying to bounce back from some tough injuries. They've lost 4 or 5. Tech rolling right now on a 9-game winning streak. They have Carolina, then at Notre Dame and at Virginia to close it out. Just 3 games left and a chance to clinch a share later this week. Charlie's latest bracketology after the games yesterday breaks down like this for the ACC. 9 teams in, including NC State and Virginia Tech hosting. And look at that host bubble. Louisville, Syracuse, Notre Dame. They need to bump up to at least a 4 to be able to stay home.
They absolutely do, but how about the job that Felicia Leggett-Jack has done at Syracuse?
Oh, fabulous.
I mean, outstanding. Q's got the Irish a couple of times this year. Deja Fair playing terrific basketball.
Coach of the Year consideration for sure.
And Wes Moore, NC State, could be the surprise team in the country.
Yep. Started out hot, have stayed that way. Not a good possession for Notre Dame. They'll turn it over.
And there are some opportunities to recognize mismatches on these switches. Duke is a team that's switching 1 through 4. Maddy Westbeld had Ashlyn Jackson on her, could have went right to the block, but came up and set an on-ball screen and allowed the matchup to switch back.
Free ball. Good box. Westbeld's 8th rebound to go along with her 8 points.
Yes.
Bransford dumps it down. Marshall, good patience. Waited for the defender to fly by.
Attacking the mismatch. With these switches, they're going to become available. Terrific execution.
Good recognition for the Irish. The lead is at 13. And a bump out top from Hidalgo.
And KK Bransford again recognizes the switch, sees the mismatch. The one back dribble to create a little bit of space and deliver the pass. Bransford has been big for the Irish in the second half.
Boy, could they use her down the stretch. And turn it over again. 20 on the night now for Duke. And a reach-in foul called on Richardson. That will be her 3rd. Citron. Nice skip, finds Bransford. Trying to sneak in the back door.
That's a terrific cut, great recognition. Sonia Citron able to deliver it. And again, you see Lucia Kanawa just come right over.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the question mark is about the foul call. She came right across her forearm.
What a turnaround. The adjustments here in the second half for the Irish, the energy level jumps. They are outscoring Duke 22-4 since the last Blue Devil basket.
For both of these teams, it's been about consistency, showing moments and glimpses, not just from game to game, but quarter to quarter, of being really good. Now it's being able to maintain as Reigan Richardson knocks down the 3.
All right, can the Blue Devils turn things around here? Approaching 7 minutes to go. Richardson now with 17. She's hit 3 triples.
Good cut.
Westbeld back to Citron. Oh, she lost the handle on the way up with the right hand, and I think bumped it up with the left. Floats one in.
Sonia Citron is so good at reading her cuts to the rim, attacks to the rim, doesn't get rushed. Notre Dame running their chin action. She didn't have the slot-to-slot pass, but a terrific give and go. And you're right. The switch in hands, didn't have it cleanly. Oh yeah, she got it up there. She faked us all out.
Westbeld able to knock it out of bounds. Shot clock winding down.
And the box out so much better in this second half for the Irish. Getting inside position, keeping it, making contact.
They were down 7 at halftime. The rebounding is almost even now in the second. Shot clock's at 5. Offensive foul on the screen.
That's when you get to your guard right there. There was enough space for that defender to slide through and get the hip.
Stripped and a held ball, and that's going to stay at this end.
The Irish guards, particularly Hidalgo, but are getting their hands on a lot of the balls at that high post position. We're not doing that in the first half, but the activity level as Maddy Westbeld gets the tie up, it's been different here in the second.
There have been 12 steals tonight for Notre Dame. Holding Duke so far in the second half to 14 points. And one. Good crash by Akanawa.
If that's a perimeter player, that's Hannah Hidalgo right there. She's got to check Aluchi Akanawa on the weak side. Rebound. Great shot fake, strong finish.
5'10" freshman from Boston. Been a real spark for them off the bench this year. Those are her first points tonight. Duke looking for stops. Back to Hidalgo. Defender lost her, and Hannah rattles in a 3. 20 now for Hidalgo.
Great drive.
Oh, off the bounce. Missed long on the shot.
That's where the Blue Devils were successful in the first half, attacking those seams off the bounce. But the Irish finishing defensive plays in this half.
Hidalgo way off on that one. And that's because it was blocked. How about the one she made instead?
Finding Hidalgo in the corner. 3 for 6 from the three-point line. Oh, we don't have the stare down, do we?
Tongues a wagon. Tongues a wagon.
$1 million Whopper contest. I can top that.
Fried egg.
Lettuce and tomato.
Ham.
Pickle.
Mozzarella. Bacon.
Crispy onions. Corn chips.
Creating your Whopper your way could win you $1 million. Can you top that?
You know, Coach K, retirement looks good on you.
Who needs championships when you can look at birds?
Coach, I'm looking at a goat.
A hospital bill for $1,200? Gap! Did you say gap?
He's talking about the expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
But with Aflac, you can get money to help close that gap.
Aflac, huh?
Aflac!
Gap! Aflac! Gap! Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover at Aflac.com.
Get 0.9% APR on this Buick Envision. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get $3,500 purchase allowance, plus no monthly payments for 90 days.
There's nothing better than a Subway Series footlong, except when you add a new footlong sidekick, like the ultimate BMT with the new footlong pretzel. Nothing like a sidekick that steps up in crunch time.
Not cool, man. Every epic footlong deserves a perfect sidekick.
Give a girl a power tool.
And she'll gain the confidence to create.
The strength to go against the grain.
Before you know it, she'll have worked her way up to joiners and jigsaws.
Because when you give a girl a power tool, she becomes
an even more powerful woman.
A cold day in the capital. Wembley Stadium hosts the EFL Cup final.
For the love of rising stars. Chelsea are in with Cole Palmer. And last dances.
It's a real chance for Luis Diaz, and it's in!
For the love of English royalty and their quest for silverware. The Carabao Cup final, Sunday exclusively on ESPN+.
Fighting Irish have opened things up here in the second half. 4:24 to go and a 61-47 lead. And they've cranked it up with their defense. Look at holding Duke to just 5 baskets. They've turned them over twice as much. And the other thing, Steph, they've been getting on the glass and getting out and running.
They picked it up on the defensive end with their energy, with their activity level, finishing plays with the defensive glass, ball movement, finding the right matchups, and knocking down high percentage looks on the offensive end.
Hidalgo with 21 to lead the way. Citron with 11. And there's a steal from Mayer. Time of the essence now for Duke. And they'll bring some heat. Hidalgo. Quick shot. They don't work any clock.
Well, that's the danger sometimes of going against the press. Yes, you will get open looks, but are those the open looks that you want to take?
Mayer, the pitch out. Richardson. And up over the top of the backboard.
It's a catch-22 really with Hidalgo because she has the ability to light it up so quickly and she's open and you don't want to take away that aggressiveness. Learning time and score, learning tendencies. This is what Duke has a tendency to do, right? They come back in ball games because of their pressure, forcing you into quick shots, turning you over.
Westbeld, that's going to be an offensive foul.
Yep, she got her with the hook.
It's her third. Back-to-back missed chances for Notre Dame.
Have the high-low when you see just right at that height. Westbeld got her.
Richardson, bounce, got it. And here comes Duke, it's back to 10.
We saw the same thing against Carolina. Duke coming back in the second half with the pressure.
Well, Niele Ivey won't even wait till they get across midcourt. The timeout in the backcourt for Notre Dame. 3:07 to go.
Looking like a snack. A potatoey, cheesy, bacony snack. The new smashed potato bowl is just $3.49. Only at KFC.
Goldfish. Well, the Blue Devils have been doing it all year long with their defense. Can they make up ground here late? Down 10, 3:07 to go.
And this is why they're never out of a ball game, because they can bring it on the defensive end of the floor. You make a bucket, you're able to set your full court pressure, bring the traps.
One of the things that Niele Ivey talked about, match and manage Duke's pressure. They've matched it, now they've got to manage it. And Westbeld with the baseline pull-up into double digits now. 10 points, 9 boards. Tough shot for Mayer, scoops it up and in with the left hand.
And you see Niele Ivey right now directing traffic, pointing to get it back out, get the ball in Hannah Hidalgo's hands, work some clock.
Boy, a great point guard in her own days at Notre Dame, part of that championship team. Westbeld.
Oh, that looked like a phone.
Duke with the push. Open look for three. Got it! Jackson. 7-point game, under 2 to play. Timeout, Notre Dame.
Deja vu. This is what we saw against the Tar Heels as well. Maddy Westbeld goes up. Looks like there's a lot of contact. Blue Devils are able to get out in transition, knocking down timely threes, creating offense from their defense. And the Blue Devil faithful are loving what they see.
12-5 run for Duke to get back in it. Blue Devils have 1 foul to give. Notre Dame with the possession arrow. Each side has timeouts with 1:55 to go. Hey, 2 of the top teams in the Pac-12 highlight our ESPN Women's Basketball Thursday primetime matchup. Charisma Osborne and UCLA host Alyssa Peely and Utah from Pauley Pavilion. Coverage begins at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific. Big showdown out west. Everybody looking up at Stanford right now in the Pac-12 conference. You have a point guard for Notre Dame that is a freshman looking to handle these pressure situations with some help from Citron.
Well, it's being able to make quick decisions in the full court when the pressure's coming and then slow it down and execute offense once you get it into the front court.
Get it across midcourt to beat the clock.
And now you got to run offense. And this is what Neil Ivey had talked to us about. We've worked on these in practice this week.
Transferred faces. Marshall swatted by Brown. And then a foul going to be called on Kennedy. Your second.
This is just terrific defense by Kennedy Brown. Get back in the play. Get the block, and then on the hustle play, just gets right underneath Nat Marshall.
There is that last foul to give.
This is where you want to keep Kennedy Brown out of the paint. Get Maddy Westbeld involved in an on-ball screen, space the floor, let Hidalgo go to work. Oh, great heads-up play by the Blue Devils.
Brown drifted back into the paint on the switch, and Hidalgo hangs and hits.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Terrific heads-up play by the Blue Devils, and Hidalgo knocking down a big shot.
Are they checking to see if it's a 2 or a 3?
I mean, this is just a terrific one-on-one move.
And then a tap to Donovan.
And Jayden Donovan is an outstanding, versatile defender.
That is
a
review.
tough shot.
2 to a 3-point shot.
I don't think there's any doubt that was a 2-point shot. Yeah, not even close. And then a love tap, there you go. As it stands, that's 23 for Hidalgo. She likes that tongue wag.
And she's somebody who loves to play, loves the moment. You know, talking to Neil Ivey, and just, you watch Hannah Hidalgo, and I can't help but think about Skylar Diggins-Smith. I mean, she was one of the ultimate, there have been a lot of great guards who have played at Notre Dame, don't get me wrong. But being a great guard and being that dog that loves to bring it, that's fiery, that's competitive on every possession, both ends of the floor, Hannah Hidalgo reminds me of that Skylar Diggins-Smith mentality.
Don't think she's come out of the game today. Playing the full boat. Hand in a passing lane and a turnover. And now Duke will foul. And into the double bonus here for the Irish. Westbeld is 81% on the season. Charlie Cream's bracketology didn't think there would be any movement for the Irish pending the outcome of this one, but this is their tournament resume. Wins over Tennessee and UConn. Their net is 15. And they still have Virginia Tech and Louisville remaining on their schedule. Gonna need some help. Somebody else to knock off Virginia Tech right now out in front of the ACC. Westbeld will head back to the line. 4 on Richardson. Westbeld knocking them down. Final minute, and the Irish back on top, double digits. Richardson cutting back into it. 23 for Reigan tonight. That matches Hidalgo on the other side for the game highs. And it looks like Duke is just going to let this one play out.
And the Blue Devils are a scary team because they can continue to keep themselves in ball games. The consistency on the offensive end has been the question mark for them. And you got to feel great if you're Nieladi and the Irish about coming in here and getting a win.
Marshall has the shot blocked. Ping pongs around. Duke breaks out with it. Richardson back to Donovan. And they will foul on this possession the best free throw shooter in the ACC, Sonia Citron.
And you look at this Notre Dame team, and they've been fighting through multiple injuries throughout the course of the year. You mentioned it, no Olivia Miles all year long, no Kassan Prosper. Don't know when she can return. Sonia Citron in and out. Maddy Westbeld missed the game. Now this is a team that hasn't quite come together yet and reached its potential. Finding what does that mean for everyone in the offense with Hannah Hidalgo as a primary playmaker.
They'll improve to 9-5. Duke will fall to 8-6. Notre Dame into a 6th place tie with North Carolina, 3.5 games back. And your final score, Notre Dame 70, Duke 62.